The land looks quiet, but it is not peaceful. It remembers every secret, every fight, every promise that was broken. This is not just a place to live. This is a place that decides who survives. The story begins far away from noise and cities, where the sky feels endless and the ground feels heavy with the past. Wide open land stretches in every direction. Rivers cut through valleys like scars that never healed. Old fences stand where people once believed they could own what was never truly theirs. This is Madison, a place shaped by time, silence, and choices made long ago. Here the land is more than dirt and grass. It is a witness. It watched families build their lives with hope in their hands. It watched them fight, fall apart, and disappear. Every road carries footsteps from people who thought they were strong enough to last. Some were wrong. Some paid a price they never expected. The wind moves slowly across the fields as if it is telling stories no one wants to hear anymore. Storm clouds gather without warning, reminding everyone that control is an illusion. The beauty of this place can take your breath away, but its calm hides danger. Nothing here comes easy, and nothing stays forever. This land has been fought over, protected, sold, and stolen. It has turned brothers into enemies and neighbors into threats. It has made promises it never intended to keep. People come here looking for freedom, but they soon learn freedom always demands something in return. Generations have tried to leave their mark on Madison. Names carved into wood, homes built with faith and fear, dreams passed down like a burden. Some families believed the land belonged to them. Others knew the truth too late. The land does not belong to anyone. It only allows people to stay for. And while in Madison, the past is never buried. It lives in the soil, in the water, and in the silence between words. Every sunrise feels like a warning. Every sunset feels like a memory closing its eyes. And when someone returns to this land, it is never by accident, because Madison never forgets. She did not return quietly, even though she made no sound. The land felt her before anyone else did. The air shifted. The silence changed. Some people leave a place and never look back. Others leave knowing one day they will have to face what they ran from. She is the second kind. Years ago, she walked away from Madison with nothing but memory and loss. She left behind land that demanded too much, people who asked for more than she could give, and a life that slowly became a cage. Time passed, seasons changed, and the world moved on. But Madison stayed the same, waiting. Now she is back. She does not need to raise her voice. Her presence speaks for her. Every step she takes across the old ground feels careful, measured, like she knows the land is watching. She remembers the weight of this place, the rules that were never written down, the truth that power here is earned through pain, not words. Her hands touch the worn wood of a fence that should have been replaced years ago. The fence is weak, but still standing, just like her. She has lived a life shaped by hard choices. Loss has taken things from her, but it has also given her something stronger: patience, control, purpose. People whisper when they hear her name again, some with respect, some with fear, some with anger that never faded. They remember who she was. They wonder who she is now. Time has not softened her. It has sharpened her. She sees things clearly now, who can be trusted, who cannot, and what must be protected at all costs. She did not come back for comfort. She did not come back to fix the past. She came back because unfinished stories do not stay buried. Because some fights wait until the right moment to return. And because Madison does not forgive those who abandon it without consequence. This land shaped her once. This time she plans to shape it back. The moment she returned, the balance began to break. Old wounds reopened, quiet deals were questioned. People who felt safe suddenly felt watched. Madison does not change often, but when it does, it changes hard and fast. And everyone knows it only takes one move to start a war that never truly ends. Families who once stood together now stand on opposite sides. Smiles hide plans, handshakes carry threats. Everyone wants something from the land, and everyone believes they deserve it more than the next person. But Madison does not reward desire. It tests it. Outsiders begin to circle, drawn by money, power, and opportunity. They see land as numbers, not memories. To them, fields are profit and rivers are leverage. They do not understand the rules here. They believe contracts are stronger than history. They are wrong. Pressure builds from every direction. The future of Madison hangs between tradition and change. Some want to protect what little is left of the old ways. Others want to tear it down and build something new, no matter the cost. Progress arrives wearing a friendly face, but it always comes with a bill that must be paid. Every choice has weight. Every promise demands proof. Loyalty is tested when survival is on the line. In Madison, blood does not always mean family, and family does not always mean trust. Lines are crossed, truths are hidden. And the price for silence grows higher with each passing day. Storms roll in without warning, mirroring the tension beneath the surface. Horses run hard across open ground, doors slam, voices rise. Deals are made in shadows. No one walks away clean, and no one escapes untouched. She stands at the center of it all, calm while the world around her cracks. She knows this land better than they think. She knows what it takes to hold on. And she knows what happens to those who reach too far. In Madison, nothing is free, not land, not power, not legacy. And the bill is about to come due. When the dust begins to settle, one truth becomes clear. Madison was never just about land. It was about what remains when everything else is stripped away. Names fade, buildings fall, money changes hands. But legacy stays, heavy and unkind, waiting for someone strong enough to carry it. The future stands at a crossroads. Every path forward demands sacrifice. To protect the land means losing people. To save family means surrendering control. There are no clean endings here, only choices that echo long after they are made. And Madison will remember every one of them. The past presses in from all sides. Old promises return with sharp teeth. Mistakes made years ago refuse to stay buried. What was once hidden now demands to be faced. The land does not care who you are or what you believe you deserve. It only respects those willing to stand their ground. She understands this better than anyone. Strength is not loud. Power is not rushed. Survival is not luck. It is patience. It is knowing when to fight and when to wait. She has learned that legacy is not something you inherit. It is something you defend. As night falls, the land grows quiet again. Wind moves through tall grass. Lights glow in distant homes where people wonder what tomorrow will bring. Some will wake up changed. Some will wake up broken. And some will not wake up in the same world they knew before. This is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of something harder, something deeper, something that will test every belief, every bond, and every lie told in the name of survival. Because in Madison, the land always has the final word. The Madison, a Yellowstone story coming. 2026, the story does not fade when the screen goes dark. It lingers, like footsteps behind you, like a question with no answer. Madison is not finished testing the people who call it home. What has been started cannot be undone, and what has been awakened will not sleep again. Power shifts quietly here. Not in grand speeches or public victories, but in moments of choice. A look held too long, a deal refused, a line finally crossed. Every action pushes the future closer to something no one can fully control. New alliances will form, not out of trust, but necessity. Old enemies will find common ground, only to discover it never lasts. The land will keep asking the same question, again and again. Who is strong enough to stay? This is a story about endurance, about what people are willing to lose to protect what they believe is theirs, about how far someone will go when legacy is the only thing left to fight for. Madison does not crown heroes, it reveals survivors. And the ones who remain will carry the weight of everything that came before them.